Hi, this is Edith, Educational Technologist at Oregon Tech, and in this video I just kind of want to go over the tools that you have available to you in Skype for Business. So if you go to Tools, and this is how you can set up your Skype for Business account to reflect your personal preferences. So you can go to Tools and then Options. And you have reopen my conversations when I sign in. So if you've met with somebody, you have the ability to go back and review those conversations. Those conversations, if you're not aware, show up here in conversation history in Outlook. So if I have a conversation with somebody, I can actually go back this way and look at those conversations and see what I had talk to people about. So that's one of two ways you can do that. You can be part of the improvement plan. That's your choice. I don't recommend it just because I think it's a little bit intrusive, but that's again for you to make that judgment call. And the same for this one here. The application window, if you prefer, you can right click it here on the taskbar and select to pin it to the taskbar so you always have it on your taskbar, or you can minimize to the notification area, which is what I prefer to do because I just don't like to have that Skype there, and you can see it's right there. And personal information, don't change this. If whatever you do, please don't change this, because then you won't be able to sign into your OIT account. And that's how you will always sign into Skype for Business here at OIT. If you're at home and you use it, that's different. But for when you're here at OIT, please use your OIT account. I know I covered this in a previous video, so you can automatically start the app when you log into Windows. If you choose not to do that, that's okay. So you can uncheck it, or you can start the app in the foreground. So that's always going to show up, and it's going to be right there when you sign up, you'll see it. We do have it integrated, so please don't change any of these settings as well, the Exchange and Outlook integration. I don't know if that's fixed, but it just is a very good way of keeping track of its documentation, and I'm very much about documentation. You can choose to share your location with other programs you use. Again, that's your call. I don't know that I'm comfortable with it all the time, but I do have it checked. And show pictures. So do you want to show other individuals' pictures? Well, that's your choice again, if you like looking at their pictures. But when you're in a video meeting, just know that you'll see their actual faces, and you'll have the full experience of like talking face to face. This is just your choice of whether you want to see their contact picture or not. Your contact list depends on how you want to set it up. You can do the name and picture, which is my preference, as you can see, or you can just do the contact name, and that will just show the person's name. And again, you have your order by name or by availability. So if you want to know who's available, they will always be on the top. I prefer by name because that's how I search for anything. I do prefer alphabetical. And then again, here's some more information that you can choose. You can create a favorites group so that those people that you are constantly calling will be in a favorite group. And I don't know if you saw, I actually have a status where you can actually change your status message. You can see mine up here, and I'll show you how to change that if you choose to do that. Other people have their status messages. It's just, kind of your preference on what you would prefer to have up there. You don't have to do anything up there if you choose not to. And I want everybody to see my presence regardless of system settings. So you can basically force somebody to see your picture if you want to, or you can have the system administrator decide. But we don't have that right now. You can choose that, but read what it says. I want the system administrator to decide. Currently, everyone can see the presence, but it could change in the future. And show me as do not disturb when I present my desktop. That's kind of nice when you're in a meeting and you're presenting. That will make so that people can't just join in, start IMing you and harassing you. They still could, but it's just an option just to just say, look, please don't bother me. I'm busy right at the moment, just like it says. And then same with the monitor being duplicated. And then your picture, you can choose whether you want to hide your picture or if you want to show your picture. That's all your choice. You can edit or remove picture. You can put any picture you want on here. This is your choice. You just have to log in and then to your web app, and it will help you walk through that. So I can go in this way, and then I can choose any file that I want that's on my computer, that I've downloaded, whatever the case may be. I have plenty of pictures. I'm not going to go through and show you them all. So I choose not to change it because it's okay with me. And phone numbers. This will automatically be entered into your system. You cannot change it. You can take it off and say don't include it. I don't recommend it, but that's, again, your choice. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, no. You can, so right now it doesn't seem like you can, oh, you can add, so go ahead and add your phone number and your home phone, whatever you choose to do. I just leave my cell phone number in there. I'd rather not have everybody have all my other information. Alerts, this is one that I do recommend that you put on. Tell me when somebody adds me to his or her contact list. There is a lot of spam that goes on around with Skype for Business and Skype itself. So this is a good way just to not have anybody just add you because they want to. It will let you know, and you can actually get the alert. And what will happen is you can block the person if that's somebody who you know is a spammer or a phisher. You can just go ahead and block them out of there. And enable taskbar notification for online, offline, and missed IMs. That, again, is your choice. I choose to do it. I use Skype for Business quite extensively, so missing a call or not getting notified that somebody answered me to a question, I really do need to have that. And then again, you can choose where you want to put it. I have 3 displays, so if I chose to put it on a 3rd display, I can do that and where you want it. When my status is do not disturb. Okay, so you still have these options. You can choose to do when you're in do not disturb. I show alerts because, again, I have a lot of people who do contact me, so I want to make sure that I'm available, especially if it's something important. But you can turn that off. And that way you don't keep getting people popping in and out while you're doing what I'm doing at this moment, which is recording. If somebody keeps joining the Skype for Business, you'll actually see people popping up on my screen. And then contacts not using Skype for Business. Again, you have all of these options. So, and this works just as well for home Skype, the regular Skype. I would recommend you go through your tools and read through the options because this is also about what happens in Skype, the regular Skype. Okay, so I am, you have options. I'm not going to go through each and every one, but you do have emoticons if you like using them. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can change your font, color, whatever font you like to use. I usually just go with the default because it's just easier. I don't have to worry about it. If something happens, I don't have to reset all of it and go, why did something change? Rings, tones, and sounds. So you can, again, choose whatever ringtone you want. I do prefer to have a sound when somebody comes online and calls me, but you can also mute sounds when you're on a do not disturb call or busy, which is very nice because you don't want all of that beeping and popping happening while you're maybe in the middle class or talking with somebody and you may be recording, and you're going to get all of those in there as well. So this is just a good way to minimize those interruptions. Audio, I am on a Surface Pro, so it does get a little bit weird on my dialog boxes, but you can I would leave it at the default. The computer pretty much knows what you're using for audio calls, and you can customize your device. You can test it. That way you can hear what it's saying. You can see that the microphone is working just fine. Let's try this one. This is turned off. I don't know that it'll be turned on, but so like if you're not at your desk and maybe you have Skype for Business on your cell phone, because it is available for your cell phones, Android and iOS. So you can do a secondary ringer, but it looks like we have it turned off for the time being. So just so you know, and allow stereo. That's again personal preference. Video. So you can see me, hello. I can choose to do my front camera because I have a front and rear camera. And I can change my camera settings. And I don't mess with these very often, so I would recommend don't mess with them because, you know, usually, like I said, the computer knows more about what your system is capable of rather than you. So file saving, so you can actually save files to your computers. So if you don't want, say, to put it in you want them to all get sent to the desktop, you can go up here and you can actually just say, I really want all of my files to save to my desktop or my S drive, so I can get them when I'm online. Well, I suppose the desktop would do that too. So so I can just say that's where I want them to go. And you can see that I've changed it, but I really don't want to change it there. I like it where it was. So let's go back to tools and options. Okay, and the same for recording. So in that instance, I did change it to the desktop because I do not want to have to search for those recordings when they're done. So, and I will do another video on how to record. Unfortunately, today I did not bring my power supply, which is needed for recording. So I'm hoping the next time I get to recording, you will see what exactly I'm talking about. Skype meetings, when I join meetings. So you have the IM option, you have the participant list. You can change what version. I would recommend don't change it. So, because you're going to go through this whole process. That was weird. So, join meeting from audio. Before I join meetings, ask me which device I want to use. You don't have to check that. I don't know how I feel about that. I prefer to just let the computer make the decision. But sometimes I use headsets, so maybe it would be something that you use headsets all the time. So that may be a way of you to be able to allow Skype ask you beforehand. And again, meeting reminders, those are good to have. I don't know why mine is, so mine's set to don't show notifications when Outlook is running, because Outlook will let me know. So otherwise I'll get two different notifications, and that could just be annoying. So, and when you're all done, just hit OK. And you're all set, and now all of your settings have been changed to the way that you want to do it.